his approval ratings in the polls began to sink. He was already beginning to look like a lame duck president. With everything going wrong, he did what any of us would do. He went on vacation. In his first 8 months in office before September 11th, George W. Bush was on vacation, according to the Washington Post, 42% of the time.
I hit every shot good. People would say I wasn't working.
It was not surprising that Mr. Bush needed some time off. Being president is a lot of work.
Vice President, how's Mr. Whittington? Tell me what happened.
Well, basically, we were hunting quail. Just two of us at that point. There's a guide or outrider between us. And of course, there's this entourage behind us, all the cars and so forth, that follow me around when I'm out there partly. But a bird flushed and went to my right, off to the west. I turned and shot at the bird. And at that second, you could pull the trigger and you saw it. Well, I saw him fall, basically. It happened so fast. I didn't see it at the time I shot until after I'd fired. And the sun was directly behind him. That affected the vision too, I'm sure. But the image of him falling is something I'll never be able to get out of my mind. I fired and there's Harry falling. And it was, I'd have to say, one of the worst days of my life at that moment.
Then what?
Well, we went over to him obviously right away.
How far away from you was he?
I'm guessing about 30 yards, which was a good thing. If he'd been closer, obviously, the damage from the shot would have been greater.
And I take it you missed the bird?
I had no idea. You focused on the bird, but as soon as I fired and saw Harry there, everything else went.
Now, you're a seasoned hunter.
I am, well, for the last 12, 15 years, yeah.
So you know all the procedures and how to maintain the proper line and distance between you and other hunters and all that. So how, in your judgment, did this happen? I mean, what caused this? What was the responsibility here?
Well, ultimately, I'm the guy who pulled the trigger, that fired the round that hit Harry. You can talk about all of the other conditions that existed at the time, but that's the bottom line. And there's no, it's not Harry's fault. You can't blame anybody else. I'm the guy who pulled the trigger and shot my friend. And I say that's something I'll never forget.
I could get you on the record on this question. In the White House view, there's no ethical conflict in former President Bush and former Secretary of State Jim Baker using their contacts with world leaders to represent one of the most well-known military arms dealers, the Carlyle Group.
The President has full faith that his family will conform with all proper ethics laws, and will act properly in their conduct.
Okay, so let's say one group of people, like the American people, pay you $400,000 a year to be President of the United States. But then another group of people invest in you, your friends, and their related businesses $1.4 billion over a number of years. Who are you going to like? Who's your daddy? Because that's how much the Saudi royals and their associates have given the Bush family, their friends, and their related businesses in the past 3 decades.
Seems like a very nice reunion with friends.
Is it rude to suggest that when the Bush family wakes up in the morning, they might be thinking about what's best for the Saudis instead of what's best for you or me? Because $1.4 billion just doesn't buy a lot of flights out of the country. It buys a lot of love. Sooner or later, this special relationship with a regime that Amnesty International condemns as a widespread human rights violator would come back to haunt the Bushes. Now, after 9/11, it was an embarrassment, and they preferred that no one ask any questions.
The investigation should have begun on September 12th. There's no reason why it shouldn't have. 3,000 people were dead. It was a murder, and it should have gotten started immediately.
First, Bush tried to stop Congress from setting up its own 9/11 investigation.
It's important for us to not reveal how we collect information. That's what the enemy wants. And we're fighting an enemy.
Cute little puppy, huh?
Oh, so cute little puppy.
Oh, a trick. Oh.
That's mean. That was mean, Matari.
What did I do? Are they coming? Film them. Film them. You got it? You want some water? Water? Hi? Come on, keep running. Here. Here. You getting them?
I'm getting him, son.
Come on, we're almost there.
That's fucked up.
Here. Can you see him?
I can see him, son.
Come on, hurry up, you want it? This thing's gonna run like 2 miles.
This kid's running forever.
Come on! Look at this kid! Come on! What?
He's chasing it, man.
And he still didn't get it.
That'd be fine with me.
President Bush has talked about our staying in Iraq for 50 years.
Maybe 100.
If all he offers is more of the same, is John McCain the right choice for America's future? The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We have now narrowed down the Vice President's problems on this thing to one issue, and that is whether we should include these health maintenance organizations like Edgar Kaiser's Permanente thing. Now let me ask you, you can give me your turn. You know I'm not too keen on any stand. This is a private enterprise one. Well, that's beautiful. Edgar Kaiser is running a Permanente deal for profit. And the reason he can do it, I had Edgar Kaiser come in and talk to me about this, and I went into it in some depth. All of the incentives are toward less medical care, because the less care they give them, the more money they make. The incentives are on the right way.
Million Americans are without protection against catastrophic illness.
Today I am announcing the formation of the President's Task Force on National Health Reform, chaired by the First Lady, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Hillary Rodham Clinton decided to make health care for everyone her top priority.
Universal coverage now. And will not depend upon where you work, whether you work, or whether you have a pre-existing condition.
Health care that can never be taken away.
Some Republicans complain Mrs. Clinton is getting a free ride because she's the president's wife.
It's fairly risky business, I believe, as President Clinton did, to put